here and welcome to my channel. Welcome to a brand new Sims 4 speed build, as we do every Wednesday, and today I decided to do something that is kind of related to spooky season and Halloween coming up. I'm personally not a huge fan of Halloween, and I think building Halloween themed houses or like builds is usually like a haunted house, or I don't know, something that is kind of Victorian or spooky, or yeah, just not very modern, I think. And my idea was to kind of celebrate a little bit of spookiness, because some of you have been asking to do a spooky build. This is kind of my answer. I decided to renovate the Goth house in Willow Creek, and that is pretty much as spooky as it's gonna get on my channel. I'm really sorry. Spooky season is just not my vibe. I don't know. I tried, like I said, to kind of channel it in a way in this build, which is why I decided to go all black. I mean, it is the Goth's house after all. It says in the name, it should be quite, you know, gothy. For the exterior, I decided to give the Goth house a full-on makeover, because if you recall, the original Goth house that comes in the Sims 4 base game is a Victorian mansion. I think it's 3 stories with like a little turret moment on top, and it's just not my vibe, you know, it's just not my vibe. Like I said, Victorian is something that I'm not very familiar with at all, and probably if I were to build a Victorian house it would look like absolute crap. So I decided against that. Obviously we are building on the same lot that the original Goth house is located, so this is the Ophelia's Villas, I think, or Villa in Willow Creek, which is a 30 by 20. I decided to go really like gated and make it very private, because I feel like the Goths don't really want any attention from the public or people looking inside. You know, there's like a walkway right next to their house, and I thought we'll gate everything off and fence everything off to keep it as private as possible. And also by the pool there's lots of tall hedges and walls and nobody can really look in, so the Goths are chilling in peace, pretty much. I really wanted the front of the lot to look really like super cool and modern and townhousey, so I created like a garage door, which is a trick that I got inspired by Devon Bumpkin, who when he made his Hargrove house for his Willow Creek save file, used the glass floor thingy from Island Living and rotated that to make a kind of gate, and I kind of took that idea and expanded on it by adding some eco lifestyle lines. And also I obviously couldn't refrain from giving the Goths a house number 13. For the numbers, I originally used some gallery art that did end up flag the build up as custom content, so I had to change it and use some different numbers from a different creator. All the names of all the gallery art and the creators are mentioned in the description box down below if you're interested. But yeah, I just thought it was a really cute touch to add that little, you know, 13 to the building. Anyway, probably my favorite room in this entire house is the kitchen / dining area. I love the counters from Island Living, the waterfall counters. They're just so gorgeous, and they come in this fully black swatch, but I personally wasn't too happy with the kind of wicker style of the counters, and decided to cover them up with some gallery art that I created using some, I think it was a wardrobe or like a chest of drawers from the base game that has drawers on it. So I created this drawer look for kitchen counters just by placing the gallery art right in front of it. I love that look, and I wish we had counters with drawers like that in the game, but once again, like so many things, we just don't have it, so we have to make it up. But yeah, I really love that look. And I also created some open shelves using the slab from Spa Day rather than the immaculate shelf from the base game, just because the base game shelf is rather narrow, and if you size it up it just gets too long or too thick, or the texture loses its touch. So yeah, I decided to go with the slab, and I think it looks actually really cool. The annoying thing is that if you place the slab, like if you, I think, size it down and then raise it up, it will never be the right height for objects if you raise them up as well. Like, they're not on the same height for some reason. But if you have tool mod, then you can literally just lower those objects down. It's just a bit tedious, but yeah, I do enjoy the look of them way more than the immaculate shelves. I think they just look more sophisticated and more modern in a way. I still wish they updated the Immaculate Shelf with more swatches, which they didn't with the base game update. Very, very frustrating. So yeah, I've kind of gone over to the slab instead of the base game shelf. I also wanted to create like a really cool windowsill moment because I used some windows from Eco Lifestyle. I rarely ever use these huge like chunky windows from Eco, but I think they look so modern and so cool. And I think if you have a very flat structure of like just square part of a house, square part of a house, square part of a house, they add some kind of architectural interest to the shape and just the overall look. So I used the massive chunky windows, and from the inside it looks like, or pretty much it is a windowsill, which I think looks so cool. And I wish we had more windows like that, or just the ability to have windowsills in the game at all. And I really wanted to create a really cool windowsill moment there, but unfortunately if you place anything like on the windowsill, so to speak, it turns the object to outdoor lighting because it counts as outdoor rather than the indoor part of the house, which is quite annoying, but you know, can't really do much against that. So please just ignore that kind of bluish tint that you see on the items that I placed there. I didn't place too many items there, unlike I had planned, but you know, I wanted some kind of decorations there, and I do think it looks cool. I just wish it was indoor lighting. So in general, when I was building this house, I was focusing on the Sims personalities for the interior. And for example, Mortimer Goth is very geeky in a way. He likes reading, he's very creative, he's a bookworm, and that's why I gave him his own library. I really love that library. It's so cozy, and like I can just imagine Mortimer just hanging around in there all day, just reading lots and lots of books. And Cassandra and Alexander both have their own rooms, obviously, and I think Alexander is very much like his father. He's very smart, he's very yeah, he just wants to be the smartest kid basically. So I gave him a kind of chemistry set table to work on, and I feel like he's like the nerd of the family as well as his dad, so he's like, you know, the proper nerdy kid in school, which I love. And I really wanted his room to be really cool, with lots of chemistry posters and stuff like that. And then I also created Cassandra's room, and Cassandra's obviously into music, so I gave her lots and lots of music opportunities. I think she's got like a guitar, a microphone, there's like one of those like not DJ stations, I think it's music production stations. So oh, there's also a piano, so I just expect her to be like the creative, rebellious family member in a way. And for Bella, obviously she is a party lover and she's really outgoing and social, so I made sure to include some socializing things because I'm sure she would throw parties non-stop. So we've got like a really cool bar outside. And then I thought if she's like a big party person, she probably loves dressing up really nicely, and so I gave her her own huge wardrobe. It's literally like bigger than all of the bedrooms. It's just her own wardrobe with like obviously the dream home decorator shelves, and then there's this really cute debug item from Cottage Living, which is Agnes's handbag. So I used that handbag to kind of create like really cool fancy handbag displays. I think that's like her domain. Like she just loves chilling in there, getting ready, planning outfits, hanging out with friends and like socializing. So yeah, I thought I would dedicate that one room just to her. But yeah, we are nearing the end of the speed build, and obviously you've still got the tour of the entire build coming up, so I really hope you enjoy that. And for next week I have got something very special that has been on my mind for a long time and that I've been looking forward to building in forever, genuinely. So I can't wait to show you next week what the build is all about. But yeah, I'll see you next Wednesday with a brand new, very exciting Sims 4 speed build. Bye!